is going to be a review on the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous foundation. I love this stuff. That's really all I have to say about it. First and foremost, where can you get it? I've mostly seen it at Target, Walmart, most of the drugstores like CVS, Rite Aid, and such. The Queen Collection version of it is a little bit harder to find. I've been able to find that at Target. Some CVS's carry it as well, but the Queen Collection part of that is a little bit harder to find. I'm actually kind of glad they have a Queen Collection version of it because my women of color can wear it, and you will probably really love this foundation if you find that you have extremely oily skin. Oh, this will work like a dream. I love that there's a huge shade range in these. So as far as where you can get it, pretty much any drugstore. Prices range anywhere from, I would say, $8, like $8.99, to about maybe $13. I got mine for about $9 at Target. I got lucky that they had my shades. Sometimes Target doesn't have the shades I like. As far as shade range goes, I would say it's pretty damn good. You get absolute lightest to absolute darkest, so many colors in between. There are enough neutrals, enough pink, enough yellow, so many different choices. You are bound to find your shade in this foundation. So definitely a pro on that one, that there is definitely a good shade range for this. My personal shade is 857 Golden Tan, so 857 Golden Tan. I will probably be the shade up, 1 or 2 shades up when I get warmer into summer, but as of right now, this is perfect for me. I like that the pump is also controllable. But God, I love this foundation. You could blend it with your fingers and it would be so beautiful. But I do love this this color. As you can tell, it's a little bit lighter right now, as of now. When it gets a chance to sit on your skin and kind of oxidize on its own, it doesn't oxidize in a bad way at all. It oxidizes in a way where it just naturally kind of blends into your skin. Much like the Revlon ColorStay, it just gets better as you wear it throughout the day. And like maybe by the 3rd or 4th hour, it's like, oh God, I love my makeup. And then by like the 8th hour, you're like, shit, it still looks the same. And you just keep going and going throughout the day, and you're like, damn, my makeup really did not move. Packaging wise, simple packaging, glass bottle. I love that the pump is controllable. It has a lock style thing, but I do like that you can control how much you push. Some drugstore foundations don't even have a pump at all. I love that this one has a pump, and I also like that you can actually control it. Like, there's a lot of control in the pump. You can pump out a little bit or a lot. A full pump will cover your whole face. In all honesty, if your skin is like mine, 1 full pump will do it for you. But on average, I would say the average person would need a pump and a half just to kind of cover everywhere. So what I do is I put a full pump and I'll do like a little smidgen to kind of conceal here and there. But absolutely 1 pump will do 1 good layer. So if you find that you're using more than that, just be really careful. Do 1 pump at a time and then go from there. I do kind of wish it was an airless pump. I prefer that, but this one goes pretty far down in there, so I can imagine that when, you know, you're out of it, you'll know. And you can see the foundation in here, so when it settles, you can see like where the line is. I've had mine for, God, 2 or 3 weeks now. And I've been using it a good amount. I keep reaching for it. I even tried to stop using it for a couple of days just to see, because I broke out, and then I was like, I want to see if it's really this. And it is. Unfortunately, meh, I'm kind of sad about that. But we'll get into that later. Packaging wise though, definitely a pro. Comes with a pump and it's controllable. Love it. As far as performance goes, I know y'all want to know that part. Number 1 pro. God, this shit really does last though. I put my makeup on, one time I tried it on, I put my makeup on at like 7:30 in the morning, legitly 7:30 at night. It looked exactly the same. I had posted a picture on my Instagram saying, damn, hella hours later, my makeup still looks amazing. And this was the foundation I was wearing. I'm not even playing. I get 10,000 million comments on this all day, every day when I wear it. I'm not even fronting. I used to get a ton of compliments when I used my Makeup Forever Face and Body. I still do, because that's one of my holy grails. I get hella compliments when I wear the Makeup Forever Face and Body. I get a ton of compliments when I wear Urban Decay Naked. But when I wear this one, like, almost everyone that sees me will tell me, I love what you're wearing. What is that? And then I get kind of stuck because I'm like, shit, I honestly don't know what's comparable in a department store to this. I was thinking Estee Lauder Double Wear, but the Estee Lauder Double Wear is a little on the thicker side. And then I was thinking, oh, maybe the Amazonian Clay from Tarte, which is a little bit comparable. It's light. And then if you know how to apply the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet without it looking cakey, that one is pretty comparable too. But it's the texture of this damn foundation that makes it so special for me. I find that it's super, super light. Like, I tried a tester of it in Target and I was like, holy, I want it. Like, I wasn't even going to invest in a drugstore foundation because I have so many to go through. But I was like, yeah, you know, I want to try one that everybody's been hyping. So I was going to get either the Naked, Nearly Naked from Revlon, this one, the Stay Fabulous, and then there was another one that I had my eye on. I can't remember what it was. I think it was the Lumi. Yeah, the what do you call it? The L'Oreal True Match Lumi thing, whatever you call it. I was gonna try that one out because I love the original True Match. But something about this just told me you're gonna love this foundation. Like, I love how light it feels. It's absolutely weightless. And the 3-in-1 part is that it's primer, foundation, and concealer all in one. Is that what it is? Yeah, primer, concealer, and foundation. Yep, it does set to a powder finish, which I absolutely adore. I love that you actually don't have to set it with a powder. That's like major, major plus for me. I just set it with a powder because I like to. It increases the longevity of it, but when I tried it by itself, with no primer, no powder, it lasted legitly 8 to 10 hours. With all the extra stuff, with the primer, setting powder, and even a setting, what do you call it, spray, it lasted an extra like 4 or 5 hours. Like, I legitly wore my foundation for 12 or more hours, did not budge, looked completely fresh. It was crazy. I was like, oh my god, I'm like completely impressed with this foundation. What sucks the most about it for me personally is that it breaks me out. I don't know what is in here. I don't know if it's the type of sunscreen. This one has a special sunscreen. I don't even know how to pronounce it, so I'm gonna show it to you because I don't even know how to say all that. I'm not even gonna front, but I don't know how to say that damn word. So, sorry. Ensulishol, whatever you want to call it. But that special sunscreen, I think, is what jacked up my skin so much. Most people are very sensitive to sunscreen. Some are even allergic. I have weird allergies when it comes to makeup. There was even a time I could wear like no foundation whatsoever because my skin just hated it. Now that I have a better skincare regimen, I feel that I can generally wear whatever I want. This broke me out like hell. Like, I don't even know if you can see my forehead, but if you saw my forehead like without makeup, you can see like a couple of random spots. It's not bad. Trust me, like, it's not completely bad, but it's enough for me to notice. And y'all know I work really, really hard on my skincare, okay? So, there's no messing around for me. That's the only downfall for me personally. Other than that, it blends beautiful. Like, I freaking love this foundation. If you guys want an actual foundation routine, let me know. There's really not much to it because it's a primer, concealer, and foundation all in one. So you really don't need a lot with this stuff. There's really not any like routine per se, but as far as performance goes, damn, this shit really does last. Like, you really are like Outlast Stay Fabulous, like for real, for real. For me, when any foundation says all day wear, that to me is more like an 8-hour day because that's all day. So anywhere from 8 to 10 hours is about average for all day wear. Now, if you want to tag an actual hour time on it, like some foundations say 15 hours, 24 hours, whatever. This one has no hour time frame on it at all. It just says all day wear and says long lasting primer, whatever. I do like that it blends absolutely amazing. Like, it literally just blends right into your skin. I've applied it a million different ways. I've applied it with my beauty blender. I've applied it with my fingers. I've applied it with a brush. You can apply it any which way you want. It will still blend amazing. Like, you could use your fingers and it looks amazing. I did it right on my hand the day I bought it. I was like, oh, hell yeah. And it feels so silky smooth. With or without a primer, it's amazing. Like, you don't even need one. I would only recommend a primer if you need color correction or you want a little bit of brightening. Like, if your actual primer does any of those things, like add radiance or illuminates or color corrects, then I would recommend one naturally, of course. But if you are just using a primer to just help your makeup last longer, you technically don't need one. Now if you need pore filling, also I would recommend a primer, but I would only recommend it where you need it, which is normally T-zone and a little bit right here on the cheeks for most people. So definitely if you have any of those skincare concerns, then definitely use a primer with it. Otherwise, totally not necessary. As far as setting it goes, you could use a basic setting powder, like a translucent one, or none at all. I tried it without one, like just completely by itself. Like I said, no primer, no setting powder, no setting spray, and my blush and bronzer still blend beautifully on top of it because it's a powder finish. Ugh, absolutely amazing. It's just so easy to blend, and you can use any kind of bristles you want. I tried it with a natural foundation type of brush and a synthetic one. They work just the same. It blends amazingly as well with a beauty blender, a sponge, anything you wish. Blends still like a dream. Still sets the same and still applies the same and still about the same amount of coverage. Either way, no matter what you do, it just sets beautifully. Like it just, like it looks so smooth, so clear, so even. It's just, damn. Like I was like, damn CoverGirl, y'all came up. Generally Covergirl is not my favorite drugstore brand, but everybody was talking about this damn foundation, and I think it literally like climbed up the social ladder when it comes to drugstore foundations. This is probably my top one, in one of my top 5s now. This I would say competes pretty well with my Revlon ColorStay. In comparison, Revlon ColorStay for me I love, but it's super hard to blend. So for me, the reason why I like the CoverGirl one better is because it blends so seamlessly. Like it's never splotchy, it's never uneven, it just finds a way to sink into your skin like it has some kind of thinking tank of its own to do what it's supposed to do. Like it just does what it's supposed to do. This is like a brainless foundation. Absolutely love it. You can't go wrong with using this. I swear, I feel like no matter what you do, you can't go wrong. It does photograph beautifully without a white cast, at least for me anyway. The kind of sunscreen that's in here does not create a white cast. It doesn't even bug my pictures at all. It look completely flawless, perfect skin tone, everything. I would say this is a really, really great alternative to a lot of mattifying foundations out there. The biggest thing that separates this from a lot of other higher end foundations that I've tried is that it's not only weightless, but it's a pretty good buildable coverage. It's a medium to full in my opinion. You can wear it sheer to full, but generally with one good coat, it's about medium coverage. And I especially like that you could layer on a second one and it doesn't look cakey. A matte finish foundation, if you do want to bring up the dew back in your face, I just recommend spraying either with Fix Plus or some kind of hydrating spray like the Caudalie Beauty Elixir, even Evian, whatever, just to kind of rehydrate your face a little bit and take away the powdery look. That works perfectly fine as well. But for those of you who are looking for a really good mattifying foundation that doesn't look heavy and not cakey, you'll probably really like this stuff. It does suck though that you may or may not break out from it. That to me would be a defining factor for most of you, whether or not you like it. For me, I'm kind of in the middle. I have super sensitive skin. I have rosacea and I have eczema, and it works perfectly fine for me. It doesn't quite irritate my skin really. I honestly do believe it's that new sunscreen that bugs me. Other than that, the active ingredients are pretty normal stuff that I find in a lot of other makeup, nothing crazy. As far as shade matching goes, I definitely do believe that you'll find a shade of, a shade for you. It will be a little bit of trial and error because most drugstores don't have testers for this foundation, so definitely if you find that you're not sure of your color, try to pick a drugstore that you can do returns on, so that if you have to exchange it or return for a different color or return because it didn't work out for you, you can do that. I would definitely recommend this foundation if you can find your perfect shade and if you're not allergic to the sunscreen. That being said, I do definitely love this foundation. For me specifically, for my type of skin, I have combo oily skin. I'm more combo dry in the winter and it still worked fine for me when it was still colder here before it got all warm and crazy. So for me it worked perfectly fine no matter what the season. I will definitely see how it holds up in the summer, but it did last through a workout, it lasted through sweat, it lasted through crying, it lasted through, a 12-15 hour day at work and me running around. Dude, this foundation is so worth the $9. So I hope this review was helpful and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!